Beletahunter Productions Publishing. Book Club Recommendations and Excerpt Reading. Today's agenda will include a brief welcome, an agenda description of the platform, a presentation of the book title, a brief description of the book's genre, the book description, an excerpt reading from the author, a summary, Q&A wrap-up. Welcome to Beletahunter Productions Publishing. My name is Tanya Hunter. I'm the one facilitating this learning today, as well as the one reading the excerpts. I hope that you enjoy this presentation. Thank you. I routinely make book recommendations for reading. I always like to recommend the books that I've written for you to read. However, I often do other books as well. But for this platform today, it will be a book that I have written. I will do an excerpt reading from the book. I will give you the title and description for that book, as well as your options for purchasing the book if you care to do so. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Today's book title is Psst, Let Me Holla at You for a Minute, in paperback form, written by Tanya Hunter, published in February of 2020. This book is a comedy book. It is a nonfiction, obviously, and it is sort of like self-help. A little bit of comedy, a little bit of self-help. This manuscript is a funny collection of rants and thoughts about how to deal with haters and how to cruise through life practically untouched. It is important for everyone to feel good about themselves, not to be afraid to own him or herself, and to be like me, totally unapologetic. Dear you, I need to tell you something. This something is very important. So, listen up very well, because I do not want you to miss a thing. I let my enemies think that there is no fruit on the trees, nor berries on the vine. Then all of a sudden I break out with, oh yeah, by the way, we bought a new house 5 months ago. And when they asked me about the new job that I was thinking about getting, I said, oh yeah, I got it last year. Then start passing out business cards from your husband's business he started 2 years ago that have won acknowledgments in the local publications. Complain that your daughter thinks that she's smarter than you now that she has her master's degree and only a few hours away from her doctorate. Complain that your son's new wife's family insists on giving them 5 acres of land to build their house on, but your son and his wife would rather stay in the condo in the city because it has a concierge, doorman, in-house laundry and room service, valet, and that he thinks that he has forgotten how to mow the grass. And his wife says she has forgotten how to cook dinner. They are so spoiled. That would piss them off. That would piss them off just like it does when the fat girls see skinny bitches looking in the mirror and saying, I'm so fat. I was thinking back to the time when I mentioned that I was considering going back to school again. I could feel the negative energy, and I am not interested in spending any time with people who do not celebrate me. So I decided to shut up about school. I heard the whispers. I heard them say, whatever happened to her going back to school? I heard someone say, I think she is going to school. While yet another one said, she can't be in school. I never see her with a book. All the while, I just kept my mouth shut and kept on moving forward. Once I finished, people were in awe. It's not that I lied. I was about to tell them one day, and then I heard someone make a negative comment, and I decided that these people were not my friend. And I just shut the hell up and did what I had to do. I was traveling one day. While they were looking one way, I was traveling another. Some were upset that I did not tell them of my progress, and I didn't know I was supposed to. I did not lie. I just didn't feel I needed to volunteer any unnecessary information. Why? To whom? And for what? Were they going to help me study? Were they going to help me pay my tuition? Were they going to babysit for me while I attend class? No. They would probably try to throw roadblocks in my way. That's why I kept them busy. I kept them busy at bay, not laying out my life's itinerary. Because it is damn difficult to block a road that you do not even know that I am going to travel on. So have fun trying to block all the roads on the planet. I'm glad to see that you have that much time on your hands. When you think I'm traveling north, I will probably be traveling west, or better yet, I am probably traveling north, but has already passed the point you think I'm going. You are just sitting there wasting time, waiting on me to come through. You are looking like a dummy, waiting there all day, about to pee on yourself. Then you decide to call it a day and go home. Turn on the computer and see me on live chat talking about my destination and how we decided to drive up the night before because we thought the weather was going to be bad. And the weather is super nice. And now we have an extra day to rest and enjoy the sights before having to get back to business. So throw all those stumbling blocks you want to throw. You need to exercise anyway. When people think they know your secret, it is not your responsibility to correct them. Let them think what they want to think about you and your plans. People thought I was being dishonest in going through all the effort to misdirect them or cause what you may call a diversion. But it took no effort at all. I did not go through any extra changes. I just kept my mouth shut. How difficult is that? That is all I did. I did not have to plan a strategy or divert them. They aren't that smart. People think that if you do not correct them or argue with them, that they are correct. This silence and lack of responding allows you to have a greater edge for a longer period of time. Don't tell them shit. I can recall a situation when I made a comment to this girl and she made a comment back to me. I did not respond, and everyone began to laugh. Everyone said, "Well, I guess she told you." They misinterpreted my silence for defeat. I chuckled in myself and said, "Yep, she told me exactly what I already knew, that she was a dumbass. Thanks for confirming it." People can't attack you when they can't see you. If your haters do not know your move, they will not know how to stop your move. Success makes you proud, and you want to share each step of your progress. Yeah, it is recommended you're keeping each accomplishment small goals to yourself and wait until you have completed the whole process before you drop the big news on them. And by then, it is too late for them to block you or to do anything about it. By that time, you'll have your eyes set on another goal, and while they are busy trying to tear that one down, you have moved on to yet another one. Take them by surprise and shock the shit out of them. Leave them speechless and almost nervous. Find one good friend or one close family member that you can trust if you think that you have to tell somebody something. Yeesh. Or if you are a blabbermouth and must talk, talk about something that doesn't even matter. Then they will not know where your head is. Talk about something that is the opposite of what you want. For example, send off for a college catalog on art history majors and leave the catalog lying around the office, all the while you're going to school in a major in sports medicine. You can leave books on adoption and foster parenting lying around when you want to conceal your pregnancy until you can no longer hide it. Looking for a new job? Want to change careers? You don't have to belabor it so your boss can hear how you hate your job and can't wait to leave. Keep your mouth shut and act like you're the happiest employee that they have. Then, when you resign and tell them that you're going into business for yourself, and they begin to ask what you are thinking about doing, and you say, "Oh, I've already opened up, blah, blah, blah," then they will say, "Well, you know you have to get a business license." Then you can say, "Oh, yeah, I have one. I've had one for 6 months now." Then they will say, "Well, you know you have to find a location, and commercial property is very expensive." Then you say, "Oh, yeah, I have signed a 5-year lease on a space and I've paid the first year in advance, giving me time to build up clientele." If you have a past alma mater, join the Alumni Association and be very involved in their ongoings. That way, someone from the institution can give you a good reference, and then you won't have to worry about whether or not you need a good reference from your employer. You can get fired, and you would probably be a relief. So that is what you can work for. You can hide under the radar because you'll have more than one person that can say something good about you. If you must go into training or attend school, try to do it on your own time and without coming to work with your arms full of books or coming to work sleepy and telling people that you've been all up all night studying. This reminds me of when I had two full-time jobs. Not only did I come to work like I had all the energy in the world, my attendance improved and was better than it had been before I had one job. I was surprised when I got my performance evaluation and I went the entire year with zero tardies and zero absences. Most people coast along their entire lives with the same old shit day after day, year after year. But curveballs are endless if you can not think outside the box and get away with the traditional way of doing things. Get rid of your fear and do not be afraid to be different. Create many scenarios and alternatives and try different approaches. Sometimes you may want to combine pieces of different strategies to make that one that works for you. Bounce ideas off of people to get other people's perspectives on critical and complex issues. I am not talking about I'm not talking about your chickenhead friends and your backstabbing coworkers, but I am talking about other people. I have walked up to strangers in a restaurant to run an idea by them or a cashier at a store. You would be surprised how much information you can gather from strangers and how honest they would be. I guess it is because that's where people go to get their prescription drugs. But there were other things there too, like heating pads, hot water bottles, and lollipops. And yes, I said it, lollipops. I thought of how about this one. I can tell you though, Christ who strengthens me translates superhero powers. I know some of you are like would like this Bible verse. My father has a cattle on 1,000 hills. Translate, I am rich, bitch. So do not beat yourself up. I'm going to be up all right. I do not need you. You are totally inconsequential. Does this Bible verse ring any bells to you? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that you're wasting your time and your energy plotting and scheming against me. Use that energy for something positive, like cleaning trash off the side of the highway or feeding the homeless. My God is bigger than you and yours. He heals the broken heart and binds up the wounds. Healing starts the moment I am attacked. The joy of the Lord is my strength and my salvation. So that is why I am always laughing and smiling when you see me. I'm signing off now. Bye. Okay, so this is the Q&A segment. The first question is always, why did you write this book? I don't know. I was just gathering some thoughts and brainstorming one day and I was trying to be funny. I thought that it would be funny if I were to write a book. Just being smart alecky. That's all. And the intended reader for this book is obviously someone who likes to read, wants something a little bit different, lighthearted, and funny. It is in a print version, which is paperback, and it also can be found in the Kindle version. And you can get a copy of this book from wherever you get your books from, including Amazon.com. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this reading by the author. I hope that you appreciate it and find the information helpful. Again, you can look up the author by name, Tanya Hunter. You can look up the book by title anywhere that you purchase your books. You can find them on Amazon.com. Thank you.